Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K? And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. And the Mavericks with possession here. Right side Davis. Shoots over Randle. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Now here's Randle. Lets it fly. Edwards can't hit.
Lampness was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Thompson passes to Davis. Outside for Irving. Fires the 3. Nails it from 3.
Don't blink or you'll wonder what Kyrie did with the ball.
And we're about a minute into the first. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning. And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Irving. Minnesota with a rebound. Just over a minute and a half in. And a terrific move by Anthony Edwards to score.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Here's Thompson. Here's Washington. And Washington powers it through.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Randle outside. Back to Conley. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Davis. Outside for Irving. The teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. Irving's got 5.
Yeah, when we talk about guards, Kyrie is one of the best at scoring inside.
Randle, pass to Gobert. Here's Conley. Edwards for 3. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. He's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Irving. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Washington finds Dinwiddie. Outside Davis. And the 3 off target. The Timberwolves trail. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Dinwiddie. Davis with a screen on Conley. Dinwiddie against Conley. Oh, it makes it with the kiss.
What a move to get himself open, and then Dinwiddie cans the shot on top of him.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Conley. Randle with it. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Shoots over Davis. Randle, good.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Pass to Washington. Now here's Dinwiddie. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Defensive foul. Mike Conley. That's his second personal. Second team foul.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the night here. A big group substitution here for Dallas. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Marshall comes in for Anthony Davis. Christie's checked in for Washington. And Kyrie Irving is subbed in for Klay Thompson. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. Edwards, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Free throw no good for Dinwiddie. Inside, here's Edwards. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Christie. Dinwiddie outside. 6 on the shot clock. 20 feet out. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Dallas on top, up 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the 4. Edwards can't hit.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Pass to Irving. Misses the layup.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Lively against Edwards. And here's Reed. Shoots a fadeaway. That one rolls around and rims out. And coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reed is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Alexander-Walker. The kick out to Edwards. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
Gafford, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Dinwiddie. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for Alexander-Walker. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Yeah, Conley knows where his team needs him to be in transition, taking full advantage of the fast break opportunity.
Pass to Christie. Back to Irving. Yep, count it. Irving's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Now here's Edwards. Tight defense on him. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the way up.
So for Dallas, Davis comes in for Marshall, and Washington is subbed in for Christie. Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for DiVincenzo.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Oh, a huge finish. AD, my goodness.
And you love how effortless Davis makes this look, rising up for an alley-oop like it's nothing.
The crossover hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Conley's got 4 points this quarter. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And it's Washington missing.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Randle, the pass to McDaniels. Picked by Gobert. McDaniels can't hit. The Mavericks trailing. To the middle. Here's Davis. Ooh, Davis with the athleticism.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Randle, the pass to Edwards. Over Thompson. Thompson with some nice D.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Washington's shot is good. 51 seconds left in the second period. Now Conley. He has 6. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Now Gobert. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Edwards for 3. Another miss by Minnesota. Dallas leading by 3. Now Irving. He's guarded by Conley. Now here's Irving. 7 points in the game. Off target with the 3. Outside McDaniels. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Dallas on top, up by 3. All right, Allie's ready to... Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 3-point game. Washington out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Gafford in at the 5. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half.
And when you foul Gobert, you really got to foul him, or he'll just power right through.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
What's up?
That one misses for Gobert. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Another shot. Davis getting it done in the paint.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Conley passes to Gobert. Here's Edwards. Takes the three. Minnesota again missing.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Out to the right wing. Outside Edwards. From deep. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
The three from Thompson. Oh, and Clay makes that three look so easy.
With perfect mechanics, too. Klay Thompson's jumper is a work of art, an all-time shooter.
Pass to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Irving. For three, Conley. Minnesota again missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And that one's good. Irving.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Here's Conley. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Conley's got 8.
Well, if anyone epitomizes take what the defense gives you, it's Mike Conley.
Irving with it. He's got 9. Outside Davis. From outside, off the mark.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Outside for Randall. Stolen by Davis. Pass to Irving. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Mike Conley.
And just incredibly crafty on the offensive end. Irving keeps his defender uneasy all game long.
That free throw good from Irving. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Marshall's checked in.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And the first one at the line is good. And Randall drops them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Outside Davis. Back to Irving. Stolen by Conley. In transition, here they come. And a nice finish on the layup. Conley's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
Outside Davis. 1:07 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Down low. Outside for Irving. Clock at 4. Off the mark there with a 3. Timberwolves trail by 8. To the inside. Here's Conley. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
And we're so used to seeing Conley as the facilitator, but tonight, his number is being called.
Outside Davis. Pass to Thompson. Here's Marshall. 34 seconds left in the third. Davis with it, covered by Alexander Walker. Outside for Irving. The 3 is up. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
And Kyrie loves putting on a show. This is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Edwards against Thompson. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Edwards. Thompson with the block. And he recovers it. Edwards can't hit. And so it's Dallas with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. More 2K action in just a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. So for Minnesota right now, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Garza in at the center position, locking down the middle. Irving against DiVincenzo. Outside Reid. Back to DiVincenzo. The 3. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Dallas leading by 11. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Clark comes in for Alexander Walker. Clark, the pass to DiVincenzo. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. The Mavericks shooting is around 55% so far. Pass to Marshall. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Sinks the tray. Dinwiddie's got 4 points in the quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Reid. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Derek Lively.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Dallas?
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
You know what? They impress me from the mid-range. I mean, understanding that there's more places to shoot than beyond the arc.
And Chris Finch has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach telling their players, let's play with urgency. This is the game. I know we'll win if we play hard. Let's see how the team responds.
Allie, thank you.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Washington outside. Pass to Gafford. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
At the line for 2.
That free throw no good. Good on the second one. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
Here's Irving. Counted. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Washington finds Irving. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
Oh, great concentration from Irving. He's focused on the rim, not the contact. Love it.
Pass to Gobert. Here's Conley. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Daniel Gafford picks one up. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot. The officials were right on top of that
one. 4 personal foul. Third team foul.
That free throw good from Irving.
And he's basically automatic from here, and that's not an accident. No doubt Kyrie still puts in work at the line.
Timberwolves trail by 15.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Mavericks.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Kyrie Irving.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Outside Davis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Down by 12. Edwards finds Randall, and it's blocked by Davis.
No chance. Davis, just too much to handle on the defensive side.
On the wing, Irving. Thompson with a screen. Irving, pass to Gafford. Clock at 6. And here's Thompson for 3. Knocks down the triple.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Rudy Gobert. The assist, Anthony Edwards.
And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better